having that external input with their blinkers off and a wider view is really beneficial to us.
Kia ora. Welcome to this Extension 350 video series of What's on Your Mind, where farmers share their thoughts on profitability, farmer wellbeing and environmental sustainability. Let's meet our farmers for this session.
Hi, we're Don and Kirsten Watson. We farm 120 hectares with 300 crossbred cows on South Head at Helensville.
We've got 3 children, all boys who love farming.
We've been part of the E350 project for 1 year and with a target farm.
Hi Don and Kirsten, great to have you with us for this video. What's on your mind?
Currently we've got the challenge of building pasture covers pre-winter, keeping our autumn calving milking herd producing to our target levels and gaining condition score on our dry cows. The 3 are almost contradictory and we just don't want to throw excessive money at it and reduce our profitability.
So Kirsten, what else is happening in your mind?
So on my mind at the moment is more the budget for next season. I've already done it, but I just need to review it a little bit, looking at the expenses in more detail, given that we're looking at a lower payout for next season.
How will you go about finding your way through this?
Effectively, it's meant that we've had to contract 2 tonne to the hectare of imported feed. At this point, we see the requirement for that feed greater than the cost of the feed.
Kirsten, how do you reconcile that physical challenge with your financial view?
I struggle with it actually because I really like to meet the budget. And so when you're putting in extra costs, you just know that you're less profitable.
There was a fair bit of fat in the system because the payout in the current season obviously is quite good. And so we can pull some of next year's expenses into this year and balance out our profitability for the 2 years. So I guess that's where we see it right now, is that we'd rather take a hit on a bit of profit now, but make sure that our cows in production hit the targets for next season.
Kirsten, where do you go to get surety and clarity to make things work?
I always look at the last 2 years' actual data to make sure that I know where we've been tracking. And then I look at each section, discuss all the feed and the pasture costs with Don. And I do use the dairy-based information, the owner-operator for Northland, just to make sure that we are not too high on our costs and try to track more to the top 20%.
As part of the project has developed, Kim Robinson and Murray Jagger, our mentor farmer, have both had some input on our season's farm working this year and probably more so going forward.
What are you hoping to get from being involved in the project?
The project's making us more accountable to our targets and, our budgets, cash flows, everything. So I think it's going to make a big difference because we've always done that, but it just makes you more aware of every single decision you make. Is it actually in line with your targets and your budgets?
To me, the project has really put the spotlight on our work-life balance and having to score our sort of health and well-being every 2 weeks and write down the number of days off is a challenge for any workaholic, and I think that's probably where I fall, and the key person risk that's associated with that in our business is quite high, and we've identified that as something that needs to be rectified going forward.
When you write down your wellbeing score, are you writing it for yourself or are you writing it with a view to share with others?
Sometimes I'm conflicted in that I don't want people to know that we're under the pump and having a really bad day and feel overwhelmed and you're writing down a terrible score. But I guess the score that I feel reflects that 2-week period for both Kirsten and I on the farm is what gets put in, and probably just like any business or any job, it fluctuates, and I guess we just want to have more good days than bad days.
We've always had it on our strategy and on our vision and target wheel to do the personal stuff, but it tends to be the thing that gets missed. When you go to review your annual plan, it tends to be, oh, actually we didn't do that.
Thanks, team, for sharing what's on your mind. We look forward to receiving comments to understand how these thoughts relate to other farmers. Till next time, stay safe, go well.